let's get straight into it, okay? First of all, what I really do, DC gang, welcome back to the channel. So listen here, familia, I finally made it to Master Rank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and for whoever's gonna comment, because I know it's gonna happen, dude, you just made it to Master Rank? I've been in Master Rank for like 2 months now, dude. Yeah, get your game up. We didn't ask you, bro. We do not care. Why? Because I've had the worst luck in this season. I had the toughest duels. I've been gate kept from making it up here by my list. You know how many duels I had where like I was supposed to hit Master Rank like a month ago? This whole month I've been one game away a bunch of times from making it to Master Rank, and every single one of those duels was in my list duel. I actually showed this in the last video where I showed you that every single duel for me to rank up was against my list, and I had nothing for it. Now I opted to play not this. This is actually what I'm playing, because somebody asked me like 3 weeks ago to play this, and I wasn't gonna play that deck until I hit Master Rank. Now that we hit it, I'm probably gonna play and make a video on it because I promised somebody that I would. But either way, we're here to talk about a deck that I showed you 2 videos ago, I think. No, not this. This thing right here. Yup. I opted to play this deck because I was tired of the maxi game. I was tired of going first and getting bodied by hand traps. So I decided that I was gonna just break boards. Now you've seen this deck. A lot of people hate it. I'm sorry if you do, but I do have some crazy replays, some insane replays, and I have screenshots. I've actually won 48 games and lost 25 with this deck. I documented the whole climb. There's gonna be screenshots somewhere around here on the screen right now. It was pure insanity. I went on crazy streaks with the deck. I lost a lot of games, but won a lot of games as well, and we made it to Master Rank. I'm gonna break down the deck list real quick because I already did this like 2 videos ago, and the only change that I made was with I added a Meows. That's pretty much it. I didn't even realize how crazy or how great this one card is specifically against my list. It's pretty good against a lot of different decks, but against my list they have to give you a card for everything. So it's 2 maxis, 2 copies of the Armadillo, 3 copies of the Quartz, 2 copies of the Parolia, 3 copies of the Fualos, 1 Meows, because I was playing an Ash instead of the Meows. That's pretty much it. 3 copies of the Neferin, 2 Artifact Lancias, 2 copies of the Hollow Core, 1 Nib, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 copy of the Gem Knight Fusion, 2 Lightning Storms, 1 Triple Tactic Talent because we're talented, 2 Triple Tactic Thrust, 2 copies of the Gem Knight Dispersion. If you're wondering why 2, it's because I only have 2. 0 UR dust, I'm not crafting another one. I did perfectly fine with just 2 copies. 3 copies of the Brilliant Fusion, 1 copy of the Scatter Fusion, 3 copies of Droplet, and this thing saved my life a gazillion times. Shout out to whoever commented and told me to add the rare reboot because at some point in time I wasn't playing it. Honestly, the best choice you could ever make is add this thing. Now a lot of people have been having conversations about whether or not this is like Tenpai or this is brain dead Tenpai, whatever. It's not. I thought that this was basically Tenpai in disguise. This deck plays way, it's not like way differently than Tenpai, because somebody that doesn't play this deck is just gonna be like, no, it is Tenpai, you just break boards. Now this deck is actually affected. You can lose a duel if you get Nib. You can get a specific choke points where you could get hand trapped if you didn't open up enough breakers, whatever. It's not like Tenpai in the sense that once you put down that field spell and you summon, you most of the time you win. This deck, you have to actually think about how to bait out your opponent and do certain things in comparison to Tenpai, which I think this deck is also a little bit better than Tenpai. But either way, I like it. I like breaking boards. I think it's a great deck. For the actual deck, 1 Zephyr Knight, 1 copy of the Lady Lapis. I'm sorry for saying Lapis. I don't freaking know. Gem Knight Ruby, 1 copy of that. 1 copy of the Aquamarine. 1 copy of the Tapas. 1 copy of the Prismura. 1 copy of the Lady Rose Diamond. 1 copy of the Gem Knight Master Diamond. 2 copies of the oh yeah, they're both Master Diamond. This is just the Dispersion one. 2 copies of the Dispersion. 1 copy of the Gem Knight Lady Brilliant. 1 Super Star Slayer Typhon, which you could take out. I rarely ever made it, but I did win a game with it. 2 copies of the Gem Knight Phantom Quartz. If you want to play 3 copies of this instead of 1 copy of the Super of Typhoon, you could do that. And 1 copy of the SP, the Littlest Knight. That's the deck, real quick. Don't change anything in it. I promise you, the deck is nuts. So with that being said, I got about 10 replays. Now, I don't know if I'm going to show you all 10 because one of those duels was 12 turns. But I do have some of the most insane board breaks there is. So if you guys enjoy the content, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe because I would greatly appreciate it. Enough with the yapping. This was a crazy climb. I hope we get a ban list soon because something's got to change. So let's get into those. Claro que sí, muy bien. Of course. What did I just say? For those who don't understand what I said, I didn't say anything. Perulia sent it to the yard. Now listen, before you tell me anything, I did draw like 4 cards off of this. This is against my list. But let me tell you something. I do not care. This is in the second stage of the Duelist Cup. I also played this deck in here. That's where some of the wins came from. As they're going to normal summon that White Rabbit, get a GWC in the back, withdraw 1 card off of that. They're going to activate the Malice Underground, banish a Dormouse. Dormouse bring it onto the field. Activate the Dormouse. They're going to banish a Hare. Hare is going to activate. Hare is going to be added to the hand. We can speed this up. You know how this goes. They're going to use both of these. Go into a Splash Mage. Activate the Splash Mage. Special summon the Dormouse. Use both of these. Go into a Ransom. Activate the Ransom. Get the Mirror. They're going to activate Code of Souls. Special summoning from the hand. Giving me another card. Activate the GWC. Banish the Ransom. Special summon the Dormouse from the graveyard. The Ransom is going to banish the Chassis. Chassis is going to activate the Chassis. Banish the Mirror here. So they could draw 2 cards. That's why I don't care that I drew 4 off of the Fool. I don't care. Either way, Mirror here. They're going to banish a card, get themselves another Hare to the hand. They banish the White Rabbit, activate the White Rabbit, special summon it, link off the White Rabbit into Link Decoder. Use the Link Decoder into other monsters to go into the Binder, activate the Binder, set the GWC that they just used. Use the binder and another card to go into the Wicked, activate the Whistler Ignister. Special summon the Dormouse that's been summoned like 20 times. Activate the Wicked, banish the Binder. They're gonna get themselves a backup Ignister. Activate the Binder, pay some taxes, bring it back. Yeah, use all of these, go into a Heart Cipher. Yeah, use both of these monsters here, the Wicked and the Cat, go into a Transcode Talker. That's why I don't care that I use a Fua, bro. Here he still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in the hand. What are you talking about? Get the Splash Mage back out here. Use all of these monsters to go into a Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid. And bro was cooking because from here on he activates Dark Fluid. He's gonna send the Save Worm, activate the backup Ignister. We're gonna draw another card off of that. They're gonna draw in Lockberry, even though this was the last time that they summoned from the hand. So I'm really happy they did that. They could have done this during my turn, but congratulations. Either way, because they don't summon again from the hand unless I'm mistaken. Either way, oh, they summoned 1 Hare for 1 card. Okay, banish the Ransom. No, the Heart Cipher. Bring the Cipher back onto the field. Now use all 3 of these monsters to bring back an Allied Code Talker Ignister. Activate the Allied Code Talker Ignister, special summon the Transcode Talker, and special summon a copy of the White Binder. You think it matters that I drew 3 or 4 cards? And bro has 2 Link 5s. 2 Link 5s on the field. A Link 3, 2 Link 3s, 2 Link 5s, a back row card, 4 cards in the hand, a Link 3 in the graveyard, another Link 2, another Link 2 in the graveyard, just a Link 3 in the graveyard, and 3 monsters that they could summon. You think I care? No, I do not. I need all of these cards to try and do something against this. Either way, we join to a Maxi, which I'm gonna throw out, and that's why. Cause no, you don't only have to deal with 2 level 5 Link monsters on the field. No. You also have to deal with hand traps. So Ash on the Maxi, which it is what it is. I literally threw it to either draw or bait something out. That's what's gonna happen. As we're gonna activate the Thrust here, of course they're gonna activate the Save Worm. It is what it is. Again, we're still gonna bait. That's why I haven't used the Lightning Storm or anything else yet. So we're gonna follow this up by activate the Triple Tactic Talent. They're gonna activate the Allied Code Talkers and then the Binder to negate my Triple Tactic Talent. I'm not talented at all. Not against this person, at least not yet. So I'll show you talent. Activate the Lightning Storm. We're gonna get rid of the back row. They're gonna activate the GWC. Let me make sure. Yeah, destroy all spells. So if you're wondering why I decided to go for back row instead of going for the field is useless. as of right now. He already activated this. They already activated the dark fluid. I need to make them use this thing right here, right now. As we go for the back row, they're gonna special summon the Cypher. Again, this does nothing that we pop. We're gonna activate Hollow Core. Send the Night Fusion to the graveyard. They're gonna activate the Heart Cypher. Bring back the mirror into the deck so they could banish my Hollow Core. Get it out of here. I'm gonna normal summon a Nephirin. Get myself a Dispersion. Activate the Code of Soul here. They're gonna use all of these to go into another Link 4 monster, aka access the codes. You think I care, bro? Did you see what's happening? You think I care that I drew 3 or 4 cards? I needed that. Either way, access code. Gonna gain a huge attack boost. Nephirin gonna activate. Summon the Armadillo. Here comes the Marsh Hare. I don't know how many things we've played through already. Either way, banish the Binder. Get myself another Nephirin to the hand. Activate the Binder. Pay the taxes. Special summon. Draw into another card. And then banish a White Rabbit. White Rabbit back onto the field. And the White Rabbit is gonna say a MTP 707. You think I care, bro? This man has no more room in his field to summon. You think I care? Yeah, okay. Either way, they said that thing in the back. I'm gonna use both of these monsters here. Going to Ignite Phantom Quartz. I've never played so locked in before in my life. Activate the Phantom Knight. Get myself another Hollow Core. Activate Dispersion. We're gonna use both of these monsters right here, the Tapas and the Hollow Core. Go into Ignite Prismura. Yup. Here comes the MTP. They're gonna banish the Binder again. Banish the Binder. I'm guessing they're gonna banish my Prismura here. Wait, never mind. Bro goofed. I just realized. What an idiot. He can't banish this. I just realized if you banish Binder, you don't have a Malice Link monster. I literally just realized this. So you can't banish us. No, we don't get banished. Even if they did, it wouldn't have mattered. I promise you. Either way, we're gonna send the Quartz. We're gonna set the Scatter in the back. Activate the Scatter because I'm scattering around to try and get some W's. We're gonna send a copy of the Lancia because yes, you can use Lancia and the Quartz to make myself a Lady Rose Diamond. Activate the Prismura. We're gonna send the Nephirin and we're gonna pop the Firewall Dragon. Get that thing out of here. Activate the Quartz here. We're gonna use the Hollow Core and 2 other monsters to fusion summon into the Lady Brilliant Diamond. Bring it out here. Activate the Brilliant Fusion. We're gonna use all 3 of these monsters that we just put back into the deck to bring it back into the graveyard to use the fusion materials to go into the Diamond Dispersion. Activate the Quartz. Add a Nephirin back to the hand. Activate the Lady Brilliant. We're gonna send the Quartz that's on the field, the Link monster, to special summon the Gem Lady Lapis. Yup. Activate that thing. Burn them for 2,250. We're gonna get rid of the Nephirin so we can get the Night Fusion back to the hand. Activate the Night Fusion. Use both of these. I'm chefing it up, bro. I'm chefing it up. Going to the Night Master Diamond. Dude, this is a movie right now. Yep. We're gonna activate the Gem Knight Master Dispersion. We're gonna special summon the Ruby, special summon the Aquamarine, and special summon the Sapphirite. Yep. Activate the Ruby. Send the Aquamarine. Aquamarine gonna activate. We're gonna send back the hair to the hand. Yep. We're gonna activate the effect of the Master Diamond, banishing the Tapas, which means we can attack and burn twice. Slap this thing in the face for the 13, and then burn them for 2,300. I'm sorry. Am I really sorry? No, that was a freaking movie. That was what? I have no words for you, bro, and I did that myself. This dude was insane. And mind you, it didn't even matter that they were going to banish a card. I know they couldn't do it. They kind of goofed when they banished the Binder, but none of it would have mattered. I have piercing damage. My monster's way too big. If I have to attack into a Malice monster, it does not matter. Beautiful. Let's continue. Yeah, that last dude was during Duelist Cup level 2, which is now closed. I should have showed you that at the beginning, but whatever. We did pretty decent. This is another replay. Now this one, if you were on stream on Friday, you saw what happened here. I had to lock in. It was crazy. We had to talk about this in the chat because it was nuts. So So we're gonna activate the Freely track. They're gonna get themselves a Lorry to the hand, send the Lorry to the graveyard. We're gonna speed this up. Lorry from the graveyard onto the field, out of the field, into the graveyard, into a Requiem, Requiem into the graveyard. Special summon the Crimson, La Crema. Send the Engraver, Engraver gonna activate, bring it back onto the field. They're gonna use both of these, link off into a sequence, activate the sequence, use both of these monsters as material to go into Desiree. They're gonna activate the Tear Limit Scream, activate the Brilliant Fusion, send both of these cards, the Nephirin and the Havnish. Use both of these to make the Amethyst. They're gonna use the Havnish and the Amethyst, I'm assuming, to fusion summon, but before that they're gonna activate the Nephirin, sending a card to the graveyard, which is gonna be the Garcia Fenrir. Use both of these monsters here to make a Kit de la Kalos. It's honestly beautiful that that's a starter for this deck. This deck is nuts. Activate Kit Kalos effect, activate the Nephirin to chain block. Bro is cooking. Chain block all of that with a Scream. Insanity. Scream is gonna mill 3 cards here. Did the mills hit? I think so. I see a Solic. They're gonna get themselves a Gem Knight Lolite. LOL-ite. Solic gonna activate. Tear Limit Kashira gonna activate. The mills did hit. Tear Limit Kashira is gonna send another 2 cards to the graveyard. She had Engraver. I don't think that matters. Getting a Rhino Heart to the hand. They haven't even normal summon. Activate Kid Kalos. Send it to the graveyard. Special summon Tear Limit Kashira. Kid Kalos gonna activate. Tear Limit Kashira is gonna activate. Excuse me, that's like 20 cards mailed. It's about 11. But there goes 3. I see a Sharon. There goes like 8 more cards. They hit a Scream. They hit Sharon. And that's pretty much it. Activate the Screen. Get themselves a Meta Noise to the hand. The Sharon's gonna activate, using itself and Kid Kalos to go into a Ru Kalos. She's bigger now. That's all it is. She's bigger now. Activate the Foolish Burial. Send a copy of the Strato to the graveyard. Activate the Strato. Target the level 4 special summon it. The Strato is now a level. I thought you were supposed to diminish your level or something. Excuse me. Oh, it did. It just didn't show it. So yeah, they say level 3, level 3. It just didn't show it. But level 3, level 7. Guess what that is? It's a Baron de la Flor. Yep, bring that thing out here. Activate Nephirin. Get an extra normal summon. Use all 3 of these monsters here. Going to the bow of the goddess. Bring it out here. That's an Apollo of los Estados Unidos. AKA activate the sequence. Put it in the back. Set it back row. Activate Triva Karma. Banish that thing. Get yourself a copy of the Tear Limit Heartbeat. Set it in the back. Full back row. 1 special summon negate. 3 monster negates. An oven negate. And essentially negates anything on the field to 2 times or 2 cards or whatever. Craziness is what you're looking at. Yes. Yes. We're gonna join to another drop play even though I have one. Activate Lightning Storm. And wait for the back row. Now this was controversial while I was streaming. Some people say this shouldn't have happened, but let's think about it, right? Back row is broken. Boom. Bow. Gone. Heartbeat wasn't gonna do much of anything, but it could have done something against the spell. Actually, it could have done something against us. Yes, it could have. This thing basically we deleted the negates of the Desiree, and then Scream. They're gonna get something off of it. This doesn't matter that it gets destroyed, and Meta Noise could have flipped the card face down because the whole thing that chat had going is that they were saying that he could have negated this with Baron de la Flor or Desiree. My assumption is that Brody now want to play into Triple Touch Italian or something like that, which. Honestly, he should have just because you have a bunch of different cards. But I don't know. Bro decided to let this happen. He's going to activate the Heartbeat. Activate the Meta Noise. We still had to cook. We still had to cook crazy. Meta Noise. They're going to add Tear Limit Kashira to the hand. They're going to get themselves a Soliac to the hand. So now we're going to activate the Hollow Core. We're going to send the Night Fusion. We're going to negate it with the Bow Apollo. So we're going to send both of the Knights. We already sent the fusion, so I don't really care about that thing being on the field. So we're gonna use all of these cards and negate all 3 of these monsters here. Yep. Negate the Rule, the Apollo, and the Baron de la Flor. Get it all out of here. So now we have 1 card left, the Triple Attack Destroy, hoping they don't have an Ash. They don't. We're gonna get Dispersion, but what they do have is Tear Limit Kashira, Special Summon it, Banish the Scream, activate the Tear Limit Kashira, the Mills hit, it hits a Sharon, activate the Sharon, use both of these monsters here to go into a kick out. Now I'm like, what the heck is that gonna do for you? Because you either add a card to the hand or you're sending Havness, and what the heck are you gonna fusion summon into? Is what I was thinking. And that's exactly what they do. Sending Havness. Use both of these, and I was like, what? Dragon Stepelia? And that's what it was. Now I wasn't too sure, but again, it is what it was. I'm gonna activate Dispersion here. Now I could have fusion summoned with Dispersion, right? I could have fusion summoned with dispersion, but I had a bigger, better plan. As we're gonna activate, get the quartz, activate the quartz here. We're gonna set the brilliant fusion, because I'm brilliant. Activate that thing's effect. We're gonna send 3 cards to the yard. And we're gonna get a diamond dispersion. Why did I choose to do this? For one simple reason. We have not normal summon yet. And I cannot search my normal summon, but I can add it to the hand from the graveyard, like this. As we activate the quartz, they're gonna activate Mudara, which I low-key kind of forgot about. And here, all I'm trying to do with the quartz is add the Nephirin so I could normal summon and search, right? That's what I'm trying to do. But now he activates a shuffler and he's trying to send those cards back into the deck. No, we're gonna activate Hollow Core. Get those cards out of here so that he can't shuffle them back. And I'm not negated, so guess what happens? That thing gets negated. The quartz is gonna add the Nephirin. Normal summon that thing. Normal summon that Nephirin. Now here is controversial, right? He coulda, shoulda, woulda activated Predator Plant Dragon Sepelia on this thing. Now a lot of people don't necessarily know what to stop in this deck. I guess he was waiting for something better, but this is my leeway. Well, if he doesn't stop this, I can definitely search this with a copy. I think we still win because I can use both of these monsters here to go into a Phantom. That was my plan. That if he negates this, I still have 2 monsters to go into the Phantom. I can search the copy of this, and I can use Phantom itself to fusion summon. So even if he didn't negate this here, I think we would have won. But either way, we're going to add Dispersion. Now we're going to activate Dispersion. We're going to send the Tapas and the Nephirin to the graveyard so we can fusion summon into my Prismura. And look at this big brain thinking. We're going to activate the Gemini Fusion, banish the Quartz, add the Gemini Fusion to the hand so we could use it as material to pop a card on the field by activating the Prismura, right? And guess what we're going to pop? Of course, the Dragon Sepelia, because if we do this, it's going to force him to use his last disruption right here, right now. They're going to activate the Dragon Sepelia. We do not care. It's all a part of the plan. We're going to negate it. We become a level 1. Who really cares? Because we just needed 2 bodies in the field to go into our copy of the Phantom Quartz. Bring it out here. Activate the Phantom Quartz. We're going to add a monster to the hand because I can't add the spell. I only play 2 copies, so we already use both effects. We're going to use 3 of the monsters that are banished to fusion summon into a Lady Brilliant Diamond. We're going to activate the Master Dispersion here. Special summon the Ruby. Special summon the Aquamarine, because I can't say the names for whatever reason. Aquamarine. And then we're going to special summon the Lady Rose. We're going to activate the Lady Brilliant here. Send the Aquamarine to the graveyard so we can fusion summon into the Master Diamond. Activate the Aquamarine. We're going to send back the Root Kalos. Now we're going to activate the Master Diamond. Banish the Tapa so I can attack twice and burn for whatever monster attack it is. Activate the Ruby here. We're going to send the Quartz, get a huge attack boost. Slap him for 22, burn him for 3,000. That's lethal damage. Just leave a like, bro. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to, but you're not going to tell me this. Both of these dudes haven't been nuts. You're not going to sit there and tell me that both of these dudes have not been. Just leave a like, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to. I don't. Let's continue. All right, familia. Now, those definitely are both of the top tier dudes that I have for you. The rest are still fire. It's just those 2 were crazy. As they're going to activate the Wishes here, send their Blue Eyes to the graveyard. We can speed this stuff, get themselves a Roar, get themselves a Sage, normal summon the Sage, activate the Sage, get a copy of the White Maiden. The Sage is going to become a Spirit of the Eyes of Blue, activate that, get a Muscellanium. Muscellanium is set, activate the Maiden, set the True Light, and then they're going to activate the Spirit here. They have a finger from our Maxi. Get the bug out of here. It's pointing at it. Point at the bug, bro. Just point at it. It negates it every single time. Get it out of here. So we don't get to draw anything, which it is what it is. At least we got a card off of their hand. As they're going to special summon the Blue Eyes. That's going to trigger the Maiden to activate to come back onto the field as well. Boop. Bring it out here. Activate the Wishes. Attach to the Blue Eyes. A copy of the Ultimate Dragon. Activate the Muscellanium. Target the Maiden. Maiden's going to activate. Special summon the Sage back onto the field. Yes, sir. Send the Blue Eyes to the graveyard. Now we're going to use the level 1, level 8, level 9 Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Bring it out here. Activate the Roar to special summon another Blue Eyes. You know what that means. That's a level 1 Tuner Sage. Use both of these. Make another one. DJ Khaled. Into a Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Bring it out here. Activate the True Light. Bring back a Majesty. We'll set a Majesty in the back. And the turn. So what do we have? Pop 2 cards. Graveyard negate. Well, graveyard activation negate. Essentially another Omni negate. And then a negate and a pop. Whatever is in the hand as well. Yeah. So here we're gonna draw into a Meowth. They do special summon from the graveyard, so I activate the Meowth so I could draw at some point in time. They're gonna activate the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon to special summon the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. We're gonna normal summon the Armadillo, get hit with the Maxi. We take the challenge. We have to. We have to. Alright, as we're gonna activate Nightmare Dispersion. They're gonna activate the Ultimate Dragon to try and negate that. I'm gonna activate the Forbidden Droplet. Send both of these cards to negate both of the monsters on the field. Stop that right there. Stop that right there. So here this person is gonna activate, get myself the Hollow Core. Activate the Quartz. Quartz is gonna be sent to the graveyard so I can get myself the Brilliant Fusion. Activate the Brilliant Fusion. They're gonna activate the Majesty, which was to be expected. But we have a Red Reaper. This thing was saving my life in a lot of these duels, I'm not gonna lie. Stop that right there. You can set another trap because it's not gonna matter. I'm planning on ending the duel here. Set a Perch. Brilliant Fusion is gonna send 3 to the graveyard. Give me the Nightmaster Dispersion. Bring it out here. We're gonna activate the Neferin though. Activate the Quartz as well. Quartz is probably gonna give me a Hollow Core to the hand because I believe we sent one. Yes, send it back into the graveyard. Send it back because I need to special summon. Neferin is gonna activate, get myself another Dispersion, activate the Hollow Core, send that Night Fusion to the graveyard, special summon it, use both of these, go into the Phantom Quartz. I really play this deck, bro. And Quartz is gonna get hit with an effect later, which is not effective because we have a Hollow Core. We're gonna banish 3 cards from the graveyard, including the Hollow Core, to negate that thing. Why? Because there's nothing else in this field that I need to worry about or in the hand. Get myself another Neferin to the hand. Activate the Nightmare Master Dispersion. I call it Nightmare. Gem Knight. Special summon the Ruby. Aquamarine. Special summon the Prismura. Prismura is going to send Neferin. We're going to pop the True Light. True Light is going to pop both of the monsters here. Activate the Ultimate Spirit Dragon to special summon the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. So now they have a graveyard activation negate. We're going to join to Fuas here because they special summon from the graveyard. Activate Aquamarine to bounce his back. They're going to negate the Aquamarine. We do not care. we do not care. As we're gonna activate the Nightmare. What do I call you, Nightmare? Night Dispersion. We're gonna use the Tapas. The my fault. We're gonna use the Tapa, the Prismura, and the Neferin to fusion summon into a Lady Brilliant. We're going to activate the Quartz. Bring back 3 of our banished monsters, with 2 of the banished ones, 1 from the graveyard, and use this as material to fusion summon into the Master Diamond. Now I went to the battle phase. Laugh at me if you like, because I'm an idiot. So I was so hyped, you know, because I worked hard for this, that I forgot to activate this thing and banish the Tapas. What does that mean? I didn't get lethal damage. I was supposed to attack over this thing, burn him for 25, and then we have lethal damage. But guess what? We slap him for the 900, slap him for 24, and 3400. Why? Because I can't attack directly with this thing. Now I activate, special summon the Lady Lapis, and I can only burn him for 1000. So he's left with 250 life points. End phase, it is what it is. I wasn't too worried because I know they have a trap. I think this is a wishes that they set, if I'm not mistaken, with the trap before we popped it, which cannot be activated, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't think it can be activated. And then we just have essentially an Omni negate with the Hollow Core. So here they just scoop. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't remember what the heck those cards. Oh, it's Purge and Majesty. Yeah, it's Purge and Majesty. Majesty could have popped 2 cards, but I guess that wouldn't have done anything unless they had. Yeah, Purge doesn't do anything. Majesty can pop 2 cards, but so what? And they just drew dead. They don't have anything. That's what makes sense. I was like, why wouldn't you activate the wishes? It's not a wishes, it's a Purge. So yeah, let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for replay number 4, I think. 5, 4. And it's against Malice. Now, this is how nuts this deck is. This is how crazy. This really, my list is a crazy deck. But this is what topped it off for me. Where I was like, nah, this deck is pure insanity. Because they normal summon a Dormouse. And you would think, you saw the first replay, right? What could be better than that? Hey, that's not what I'm talking about. You're going to see, as they're going to get a hit to the hand, link up the Dormouse, go into Link Decoder. They're going to activate here, banish the Dormouse. Dormouse is going to come back onto the field. They're going to use all three of these going to a Ransom. Activate the Ransom, activate the Link Decoder. Link Decoder is going to get summoned. Ransom is going to search for the field spell, the Underground. So, of course, I'm going to throw rocks. I'm going crazy. Now I got to give him 2 cards for trying to defend myself. Yeah, I gotta give him 2 cards for being crazy and throwing rocks. Dwayne De La Johnson on the field. Give him a token that's +2. I'm sad, because this token is just another body. It's just another body. As they're gonna go into the Link Spider. Activate the Malice Underground. Banish a Mirror. Mirror is gonna activate. Banish the Ransom. Ransom, I'm assuming, is gonna come back after they get a rabbit to the hand, which they're gonna banish a Chassis. Chassis onto the field. Activate the Chassis, banish the rabbit, draw 2, activate the rabbit, summon this thing, activate it, set a copy of the MTP. They're gonna use both of these to go into a white binder. Is this not the dude that I thought? The dude that I thought, he ended up on some craziness, which MTP, get themselves a copy of the March Hare. This music is going hard. White binder back onto the field, draw another card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Activate the white binder here. Banish the hair. Hair's gonna pay some life points. No, it's not. Set the MTP. Oh, it is. This is. Never mind. Firewall Dragon. Firewall Dragon. Right? Activate the backup Ignitor. Special summon it. Activate the backup Ignitor. Get a copy of the Wizard. Send a copy of the hair to the graveyard. Activate the Wizard. Special summon the Dormouse for like the 7th time. Use all 3 of these monsters. Go into the Heart Cipher. There's a duel where this is not the duel that I thought this was. Either way, set to back row, end the turn. So we have a Heart Cipher. We have the Firewall Dragon. 3 back row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in the hand. We have Red Ransom Binder in the graveyard. Plus essentially everything that can be summoned under the sun for this deck. So a bunch of craziness, and we're already a card down. We only have 4 cards, which now is 5. Lightning Storm to the hand. We're gonna activate the Heavy Storm. They're gonna activate the GWC here, which is going to special summon the binder, gain some life points. We'll still break the back row, and I'm actually extremely happy because that means the MTP went, the Infinite Impermanence went, and the GWC is gone, even though they activated it, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Binder's gonna activate here. They're gonna banish the Trap, Dormouse, and Red Ransom. Red Ransom gonna pay taxes, come back onto the field, banishing a Dormouse, which... Why didn't you just activate this Dormouse? Okay. Either way, Triple Tactic Trust. We're gonna get Ash. Because of course, I tell you, even though there's a board on the field, you have to deal with the hand traps. It is what it is. That's why I'm playing this deck, chat. I'm not gonna chat. Familia. This is why. As we're gonna activate the Lightning Storm, they're gonna activate the Cypher, then they're gonna activate the Firewall Dragon, and he adds this thing back to the hand. Yes, because why not? No, I don't think he used it. That's the crazy part. If they did and we won this, I'm freaking nuts because I don't remember. As they're gonna send back the trap, banish the white binder. Oh, we went to destroy the field. That's why. Wow, that was a really smart play. So when is the binder? Activate the binder because they never banish it to activate. Draw another card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still have 6 cards. Alright. Normal summon Nephilim. We're gonna get a copy of the Quartz of the hand. And yeah, I don't know why, but they never activated the Maxi. I'm sorry that I'm snapping at you. I remember they have another hand trap, which you're gonna see in a second. So Armadillo's gonna activate. Get ourselves a copy of the Hollow Coin. We're gonna use both of these. Never mind. It's not. This is not the tool that I think it is. But it is what it is. It's still crazy. As we're gonna go into the Quartz, activate the Quartz. Get myself a copy of Dispersion. No, it is. So yeah, bro. Why wouldn't you have activated that early? Was he just thinking? Okay. Was he just thinking like trying to make the choice of whether to activate the Max C or the Duel and Lockbird? Was he expecting me to negate the Duel and Lockbird and then I'll get Max Seed? Choices were made. Duel and Lockbird, we do not care. Activate the Hollow Core, special summon me. He's gonna activate the March here, banishing the Rabbit. Rabbit is gonna special summon it. Oh my god, wait. Nah, this deck is nuts, bro. You mean to tell... Didn't you already... No, they never activated MTP, right? So, bro, banished the MTP, added the MTP back into the deck, which was already on the field, to set it again? Nah, this deck alone is a movie, too. I can't even lie. Dispersion. Use both of these monsters. Go into a Lady Rose Diamond. Activate the cards that I have in the hand. Set a copy of the Brilliant Fusion. No, they already activated it, right? Brilliant Fusion is gonna activate. Send 3 of these cards. Go into the Master Diamond Dispersion. And bro scooped. Yeah, they used it. Bro really scooped. That's just shameful. How do you do that? Hold on. Yeah. You deserve one of those. How do you have like 20 gazillion cards? All I had was 5 cards. You had all of that and you had to scoop? Delete the game. Let's continue. Yeah, I don't know how to title this video, I'm not gonna lie, because I destroyed every single meta deck. Right? Seal, Malice, Blue Eyes. The top 3 best decks in the game right now are debatably Blue Eyes, but the top 2 at least. Yeah, special summon the EXE, special summon the Sword, get yourself a copy of the Ice. Normal summon the Ice, activate the Ice, special summon the Star. Activate the Star, set a copy of the Plasma Hole, because you already have the Field Spell, yep. Activate the Field Spell. Use both of these, go into Dual Drive. That's kinda like not okay. Attach. I mean, honestly, no, this makes sense. I was gonna say this doesn't make sense because if I nib here, you have to detach, but he's just activating to attach. So this actually would be okay. As you're gonna attach here, then they're gonna use both of these monsters to go into the Phantom Blast Dragon. They're gonna detach from that thing, get themselves a copy of the Node, get themselves a copy of the Ice. Whoever made this combo line is so tough. You're great. No Ryseal, and I'm not being sarcastic. That's actually insane that you could do that. Use both of these. Go into the Ryseal Detonator. Bring it out here. Activate the Detonator. Attach the Star. Set a back row, end the turn. And this is why I actually don't mind playing against this deck going second all that much. Well, I'm playing a going second deck, but a lot of the time, as like 2 or 3 spells can legitimately destroy this whole board. Depending on what those spells are for real. But here goes the Maxi. Of course, we have to take the challenge. We don't have a choice. Activate the Night Fusion. Activate Forbidden Dropper. Send the Night Fusion to the yard. And we're just going to negate the Detonator. There's no reason to negate anything else. Yeah, negate the Detonator. Both of these are basically useless now, except for it could be detached from one of these. But so what? We're going to go Lady Rose. They're going to draw a card. Normal summon the Nephilim. Activate the Nephilim. Of course, they just drew into Effect Veiler unless they just had it. We're going to activate the Lady Rose. I'm going to banish the Nephilim in the graveyard to pop the Field Spell. They're going to activate the Detonator, which is already negated to target itself. I don't know why. And then I'm going to activate the Lady again to banish the Gemini Fusion to pop the Detonator. And listen, you're probably wondering, dude, you're an idiot. Why would you banish Gemini Fusion? What are you doing? What's going on? Yes and no. So, in order for me to win this, I need them to activate this thing. And I need them to activate it as soon as possible, right? As soon as possible. Therefore, I activated this in hope that they would negate not this thing being popped, but me popping this. And that's exactly what happened. So they negate the first pop. This thing gets negated, which was already negated. And we still get to pop the spell. Because that's not, he didn't negate popping the spell. He negated us popping this, which didn't matter. As we're going to use both of these and go into the Quartz. Go into the Quartz. Activate the Quartz after they draw another card here. We're going to get the Gem Knight Quartz, the other one. There's 2 Quartz. Set the Brilliant Fusion in the back. Activate the Brilliant Fusion. We can speed this up. Never mind. Plasma Hole. They're going to pop 2 cards. And there it is. The Red Reboot. My savior. At all times. I don't. This is the second duel. I'm not gonna lie. This thing was saving my life. They have a Stolen Judgment. Through Maxi, through all of this, we still send 3 cards to the graveyard. Get myself the Master Diamond Dispersion. We're gonna activate the Quartz. Use monsters in the graveyard as fusion materials to go into the Brilliant Diamond, the lady. They're gonna draw another card. We're gonna activate the Master Dispersion here. We're gonna special summon the Ruby, the Aquamarine, the Tapas. Activate the Ruby. Send the Aquamarine to the yard. Activate the Aquamarine. Send the Detonator back into the extra deck. We're gonna use the Lady. Send the Tapas. Special summon the Master Diamond. They get to another card. Activate the Master Diamond. Banish the Tapas. We go Battle Phase. They're gonna activate the plugin here. And this is why, if you're wondering, why we send the Detonator back into the extra deck. Because if I would have sent it to the graveyard, then he would have had a Detonator right now. And that would have been a problem. Because guess what? They don't have a Detonator. So it's not a problem. And they're going to scoop. Well, they actually lost to time. They lost to time. We were going to smoke you, bro. It was going to be we were winning this duel. You could have had 20 minutes. I would have gave you more time. The duel was done. Let's continue. Yes, sir. Now I think this is the duel where I realize how crazy my list really is. As they're gonna normal summon a White Rabbit, we're gonna throw out the Fufalos. They have an Ash for that, so sad times in the kingdom. Yeah. Well, as the Fufalos, no freaking droplets of water for me. It is what it is. As they're gonna set a copy of the MTP in the back. They're going to activate the MTP, banish the Rabbit, because it says a Match Hair. Rabbit's going to come back onto the field. They're going to activate Match Hair, banish the MTP 07. Use both of these. Go into the Splash Mage. Activate the Splash Mage. Pressure summon the White Rabbit. Going to Ransom. Activate the Why wouldn't you... Okay. Oh, they don't play not the MTP. Whichever the one is that people don't play, he doesn't play it, which is why the combo is going like this. Going to Red Ransom, get the Underground, activate the Underground, banish the Dormouse, special summon Dormouse, activate Dormouse, banish a Chassis Cat onto the field. They don't have a card to banish the summon. Dormouse going to Link Decoder. Was this the duel? Use all 3 of these to go into a Heart Cipher. Activate the Link Decoder, bring it back. Use both of these. It is the duel. This is the duel. And they go into a Silverus Wicked. Is it? End phase. Ah, yes. I was gonna say. Wait. Oh, they already used this thing? Alright. My point is, this is when I realize how crazy this deck really is. They have a Link 2 that should do absolutely nothing, is what I was thinking. I was like, okay, this isn't even worth a replay. Yeah, okay. You'll see. As we go into the Gemini Fusion, which I don't like, Heavy Storm for the back row that doesn't even exist. It's just, I should have probably held on to that. The normal summon the Nephirin, they're gonna hit us with an Ash. And I'm like, alright, we played through the Ash, no Maxi, it's an easy win. Yeah, okay. Dispersion, activate. There it is, the maximum of C's. Now that's not even the problem. It's not. We don't care about no Maxi. That's not a problem. It's not a problem. We're gonna get the Quartz to the hand here. Activate the Quartz. Set the Brilliant Fusion. Activate the Brilliant Fusion. Send 3 cards to the yard so I can get my negate in the graveyard. Most than anything. Go into the Diamond Dispersion. They're gonna draw one. We're gonna activate Nephirin. They got a Magna Ho. He's gonna banish my Omni negate in the graveyard. Hollow Core gets the heck out of here. Now I can't negate anything. I just can't. It's not possible. We're gonna send the Lightning Storm to the yard, especially some of the Nephirin. And here comes the Wicked. The Wicked is gonna activate, banish the Heart Cipher, and then they're gonna chain block that with the Bystial Magna Hut. And this is when I realized that this deck is nuts. Just a Link 2. A simple Link 2 led to all of this. Backup initiative to the hand. Activate the Heart Cipher. Special summon the Heart. El Corazon. The Heart is over here. We're going to use both of these. Go into the Quartz. Going to the quartz, activate the quartz effect. We're gonna add to the hand, adding another hollow core because I need that thing. We're gonna activate the phantom quartz to fusion summon. They're gonna activate the heart. Now, because they're activating the heart, it forces me to send a diamond dispersion. I rarely ever activate this until I'm sure that I should, right? Now, the reason why I did this is because if I don't do that and they banish it, then I'm gonna have a bad time. So I'd rather than banish something that I summon than banish this thing before I get to activate it. That was a choice that I made. Which was big brain, honestly speaking. As we special summon the Ruby, the Aquamarine, and a copy of the Prismura, right? They got to draw another card. Here they're gonna send back the MTP, and they're gonna banish the Aquamarine if I'm not mistaken. Get it out of here. We're gonna use the same monster that he banished as fusion material now to fusion summon into the Lady Brilliant Diamond. That is so crazy. They're gonna draw another card. We're gonna activate Primura, send the hollow core to pop a card on the field. I'm an idiot and don't read. This thing cannot be popped because this thing says the link summon card cannot be destroyed by card or by battle card effect. Yeah, this thing, they're linked, combined, linked, pointing together, whatever it's called, I forget. I couldn't pop it. I didn't read, so sad times in the kingdom. But it doesn't matter because we're gonna get rid of the quartz and we're gonna special summon the Aquamarine back onto the field. They're gonna activate the match here, which I'm pretty sure they had. Activate the Red Ransom, special summon it. Red Ransom is gonna activate. Banish a White Rabbit. White Rabbit is gonna activate. I'm gonna negate the White Rabbit. Yeah. Now this is the difference between this deck and Tenpai. If he has a nib and decides to wipe the board, I'm pretty sure we get rotisserie chicken. What does that mean? We get cooked immediately. Also, at any point in time, if the Tenpai field spell was on the field, they would have lost 1,000 years ago. But either way, maybe, I don't freaking know. My point is they wouldn't be able to respond to nothing. But either way, we're gonna banish 3 and negate the White Rabbit because I don't want them setting that trap back. I just don't. We're gonna get a huge attack boost here. They're gonna get the mirror to the hand. We're gonna activate the Ruby, send the Aquamarine to the yard, activate that thing, target the heart, send it back into the extra deck. Oh, time limit. Okay, you still get a laugh. You still get one of these right here. You still get one of these. We're still gonna laugh at you. But it's GG's. We still win this. A gazillion % we win this. We don't even need. I would have gave him 20 more minutes as well. Wouldn't even matter. My point is, I mean, the fact that Link 2 can do that, I wasn't even thinking about it. To me, it was going to be a safe, easy win until bro decided to summon what the thing is pointing to and then banish the heart. And the crazy thing is that they weren't done. If I wouldn't be able to negate that White Rabbit, they do set the MTP, if I'm not mistaken. They get another banish. Unless they already did that and I don't remember. But either way, let's continue. Alright, familia. I might speed through this one because I don't want the video to be over an hour and it's getting a little long. But this dude was kind of nuts. We're going to activate Perulia. Now, I did draw a lot of cards from this, which I'm not showing you because of how many cards I drew. It's because of how crazy this deck is, and I just... It just takes a long time to do the combo. This deck is just a wombo combo. A lot of decks are like this, yes, but... even though I like Raid Raptors, it's just... I don't know. But this deck is nuts. Somebody asked me what my opinion on this deck is. I'm gonna speed this up because I can't even commentate on it. I don't remember what this. I know what this deck does. I just don't remember the combo lines. They're going to a Brave Trick, get themselves a rank up, activate the rank up. The Brave Trick now becomes an Arsenal Falcon. They're gonna activate the Strangle here. Activate special summon a card from the graveyard. My point is that this deck is nuts. It's actually really cool. And now, if I'm not mistaken, it's a structure deck. So if you have the gems and you want to build a decent deck, do it. The only problem is that this thing has a lot of weaknesses, and Ash is one of them. A good time Ash, Imperm, or any disruption for that matter, or Nib, you will get cooked. That's the only problem. But the deck is crazy, as you're gonna see. Even though I have all of these cards in the hand, he still put up a crazy fight, as they're gonna activate the Fussy after activating the White Streak. Right, the Fuzzy's gonna activate, get himself another Fuzzy to the hand. They're gonna send a Rice rank up, gonna activate the rules here. Targeting 3 of the cards banished or in the graveyard, set a card in the back. Now, I was like, okay, this is easy, this is not a problem. We could get through this, no issues. We draw the Red Reboot, which is crazy. Activate the Gemini Fusion. We're gonna use both of these. Going to the Lady Rose. Normal summon the Nephilim, activate the Nephilim, cover the grave room, the Nephilim that's in the graveyard, and then he's gonna follow that up with the Rise rank of magic, which is insanity. Because one of the craziest things is that this is probably one of the best tower monsters in the game. I'm not gonna lie, this thing has to be the most difficult thing to out in the game. Because if I'm not mistaken, only a Kaiju, Underworld Goddess, and if you can attack over it, it's the only way of getting rid of this. Good luck attacking over this freaking thing. Watch. Boost. 5,300. Good luck getting over that thing. Yeah, good luck getting over that. Oh yeah, and it's gonna destroy my field. Yeah, and then they're gonna activate the roost, which was perfectly done, and I'm gonna tell you why. I could usually, or I would be able to activate this and pop a card in the field. Not this, but I could pop this. Because a spell is being activated and not a monster, I can't even activate this because this is only in response to a monster effect. So I lose the board. Get it out. Get it out. It's gone. We get to burn for 4,200. Then they're going to activate the White Trick. We're going to activate the Quartz here. We're going to activate the Scatter Fusion. Activate the Brilliant Fusion that we had in the hand. Here goes the Glorious, which is an Omni Negate. I'm not going to lie. If it wasn't for this thing, I am cooked. Maybe not. But we don't have to find out because I have it. So Red Reboot. Pay my life points. I'm down to 1,875. Or 1,875. You know what I meant. Send 3 cards to the graveyard, with 2 of them are Hollow Core. Go into the Diamond Dispersion. Activate the Quartz here. Bring the Nephilim back to the hand. We already normal summon. Activate Dispersion, get it out of here, get the Ruby out. Aquamarine, I'm assuming. No, Tapas and Prismura. Okay. So yeah, Aquamarine doesn't matter because I can't bounce this back. Okay, so at this point in time, I realized, right? Because I was thinking, how the heck am I gonna out this? I don't think I could win this duel, is what I was thinking. I remember perfectly clear. But then I was like, you know what? This doesn't even exist. What do I mean by that? I don't have to worry about it because 2 cards are on the field. That's all I needed. As we're gonna activate the Scatter, send a copy of the Lancia and the Quartz. Stop sending the Lancia. If you have a Nephilim, just send the Nephilim because having Gemini monsters in the grave is really good. Stop sending the Lancia, just a goofball. So we're gonna special summon the Sephiroth, which gives me an extra normal summon. Then we're gonna use both of these, well, all 3 of these. The Tapas, the Aquamarine, and the Nephilim. Go into a Brilliant Diamond, special summon it. Activate the Ruby, send the Sephiroth to the graveyard. Then we're gonna send the Prismura to the graveyard so we can fusion summon into the Master Diamond. Activate the Master Diamond's effect. We're gonna banish the Tapas. And again, this monster is not even here because all we have to do is this. Do piercing damage for 4,400, slap him for 27, and burn him. Boop! Lethal damage. This deck is nuts, bro. It is a little crazy. I mean, I drew cards, yes, but the fact that we could do what we did, not have to worry about that time. Literally, if we only would have had 1 monster on the field, I think we lose. That we don't have any ways of outing that thing at all. It was the fact that both of the weaker monsters were on the field that allowed us to win. So let's continue. All right, familiar. Here we are for the last replay of the day. I still have like 3 or 2 more. I don't want the video to be too long. You get the gist of it. We're gonna throw Perulia here, which I don't even know if we drew cards off. They're gonna activate the wishes. Send a Deep Ice. What? Deep Ice White Dragon. Yeah, that's that. They're gonna get themselves a Sage here. Get the Maiden. Activate the Maiden. Send the Maiden to the yard. Gonna set the True Light. Activate the Roar. We get to draw 1 off of this. I'm assuming. No. Oh, Maiden. Special summon. Oh, because this wasn't summoned from the deck. Wow. So then they activate the wishes. All right. Attach the Ultimate Dragon. And they go into the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. We still don't get to draw a card? Oh, this is the... This is from the hand, so never mind. Bro is just cooking. White Dragon. Set. All right. So we didn't get to draw anything. They have the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Pop. I'm assuming one, and I don't know what the other back row is, but we'll figure this out. Now, this guy actually survived this turn, if I remember correctly. As we're gonna activate the Fuelos, I think I just joined to that. We're gonna activate the Hollow Core, sending the Gem Knight Fusion. He's gonna hit me with the maximum of C's. It's fair now, right? We both get to draw cards. Hollow Core, they're gonna get to draw a card for this. We're gonna activate the talents. Of course, I'm gonna draw 2. We draw into the best thing we could have drawn into the heavy storm. They're gonna infinite impermanence here. Now, honestly, I decided to do this, but I could have kept this on the field. I think it would have been better for me to keep this on the field, because I think this messed me up, right? We're gonna send the Hollow Core on the field to the yard, so we could dodge the which. Listen, my whole point is this being negated on the field doesn't really matter. So I should have just sent the heavy storm and kept the Hollow Core on the field. But whatever, they're gonna activate the True Light because they know what's about to happen. So True Light is gonna special summon Blue Eyes, which is not smart because now we get to negate the spirit, right? And then we wipe the back row, which the Majesty doesn't get to pop anything. They're gonna activate the True Light, activate the Spirit Dragon, which is negated. I mean, it's gonna get popped regardless, so why not, right? I guess. Get this thing out of here. Normal summon Nephilim, activate Nephilim. They're gonna activate our Ogre and Rabbit. And this is what I'm telling you. You think Tenpai would have cared after this point? Nah, but I have to end my face. Not necessarily. We could have went off here. I think. Let me see. Did I already activate Quartz to set? No, I haven't. So we could pop off and try and get lethal damage. We're on the max C. So I was thinking we're on the max C. What are the odds that they have more extenders or follow-up? I think they had a Sage though, if I'm not mistaken. I'd rather just play the game. This deck doesn't do all that well at OTK anyways. So I was like, let's just end it here. Let's just end it here, see what they could do. And if we lose, we lose. They're going to normal summon a Veiler. Never mind, that's their extender. Also, it's crazy because if I would have... I don't really know. They're going to activate the Spirit with Eyes of Blue, get this at the Mussolanium. Set that thing over there, activate it, send the Blue Eyes to the yard, activate the Spirit, special summon Blue Eyes, that's going to trigger Maiden. Maiden out here, activate the Maiden, set the True Light. True Light going to activate, set the Wishes. He wishes he could win this game, and he will. He has a Super Polymerization. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. They're going to get themselves a copy of the Ultimate Fusion and the Sage with Eyes of Blue. That's an extra normal summon, if I'm not mistaken. Summon the Sage. Get themselves another Veiler. Activate the Wishes. Attach the Blue Eyes. Attach the Ultimate Dragon. Slap us for the 34. Activate, set a infinite impermanent in the turn. This is why I chose not to keep going with the challenge. Even though we could have maybe won. But this deck plays a lot of hand traps. I was like, I'd rather not. And this is why Blue Eyes is not that great at one turn killing. Blue Eyes is a grind deck. It kills you on turn 3 most of the time, or most of the time turn 3. So yeah, I was okay with all of this because we're gonna draw into what? Another Quartz. So we're gonna activate that Gem Knight Fusion, add it to the hand. Activate the Gem Knight Fusion, use both of these, go into a Lady Rose, which is already crazy. As we're gonna activate the Quartz, get the Nephilim, no more summon Nephilim. We're gonna get hit with the Effect Veiler. I activate the Lady, banishing the Gem Knight Fusion, which don't do that. Just don't banish the Gem Knight Fusion. I mean, yeah, don't banish it. You need it. We learned it the hard way during stream. Don't banish that thing. Either way, we're gonna get hit with infinite impermanence here. It is what it is. That's perfectly fine. As we're gonna use both of these to go into the Quartz, the Link Monster one. We're gonna add the Dispersion, activate Dispersion. I can't fusion summon because I have this thing banished instead of in the graveyard. We're gonna get another Nephilim to the hand. We're gonna activate the Quartz here, using banished monsters or in the graveyard to fusion summon into the Brilliant Lady. We're gonna activate the Lady, send the Quartz, push summon the Massive Diamond. We're gonna activate the Quartz that we have in the hand, send this, set the Brilliant Fusion. Activate Brilliant Fusion, Dispersion. It's always, most of the time it's Dispersion. It's always gonna be Dispersion, at least for me. Dispersion on the field, activate Dispersion, get it out, you know what's going on. Ruby, Aquamarine, Tapas. No, never mind. Ruby, Tapas, and Prismura, yes. Because we could activate Prismura, set Nephilim, and guess what happens to the trap in the back? It gets popped. Even though they're gonna activate it to set a spell, we do not care. As they're gonna set a Wishes in the back, pop that thing, the field gets to go. Boop. Well, except for the Tyrant, which we knew. So we're gonna send the tapas. Now we get to slap this guy. I just realized again, this was lethal damage, but I forgot to banish the tapas with this thing so that we could do the burn damage after destroying the card. So never mind, they're gonna set a Majesty, slap him for 43, slap him for the 2450. Now this is what I should have done to win the game, what I just did. So it is what it is, they survived. They have a wishes, they have the trap. They're gonna activate the Majesty, we do not care because we have Hollow Core in the graveyard, so we basically have an Omni in the game. As they're gonna pop 2, I allow it because what else? What does it matter? They have a wishes that they can't activate. They're gonna set a back row. We join to Perulia. We just go battle phase. They're gonna activate infinite impermanence. Lethal damage. Yes. Yes. And those are some of the craziest games that I got from my climb. It literally took me like 3 days of me actually trying. I legitimately, if you made it this far, I meant to say this at the beginning of the video, I went to Diamond 1, brother, man. Diamond 1 and D rank to Diamond 5 in one day. And it took me 7 hours to get back to Diamond 1. And it wasn't until the next day when I streamed that I finally hit Master rank. So with that being said, let's go back to the deck list. All right, familia, that is the video, that is the deck list. I just wanted to show you guys that I documented my climb. I thought it was kind of crazy. I thought some of these duels were crazy. I wanted to share them with you guys. Now, my last duel to Master Rank is in the stream. If you want to go watch it, just go watch the last live stream. It was free. It was against Labyrinth, and I opened up with a Bow Breaker and Red Reboot. We were laughing. It was hilarious. It has to be one of the funniest rank up games of my life. So with that being said, again, if you guys enjoyed the content, if you like, share, comment, and subscribe, because I would greatly appreciate it. Enough with the yapping. Continue having a great day, and I'm going to catch you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.